it's me, Alexis, and I'm back. That's the first time I've said that for 5 years. And hello, no, this isn't a ghost. I am back to YouTube. This is something I've been wanting to do for a while. It's an announcement that I kept secret, and I've been trying to prepare it, but the cat's out the bag. I'm back. Hello, did you miss me? You thought you could get rid of me now. We're back and better. I thought, what better way to re-enter our YouTube era than a video in the room that started it all. I don't live in my childhood bedroom anymore. I live in Arizona, but I'm back home for the holidays, and honey, this room made me. This is just a lot of ketchup. I'm gonna spill a lot of tea. I'm gonna let you know where the heck I've been if you haven't been following me on other socials. Speaking of that, make sure you are. I may have disappeared from YouTube, but I didn't disappear from social media. You should know that. I got a lot to talk about. I've been on TikTok full-time every day for 2 years and on Instagram. But before we get into all the tea, because there's a lot, make sure you like this video and you're subscribed. I'm gonna be on here every week. I promise I'm not gonna leave you again. And grab a snack and a drink. We have a lot to catch up on. Hey again. You and I have a lot of catching up to do, so grab your makeup bag. It's been 5 years. Now, you might be one of the besties that's been following me on other platforms. I didn't disappear. I just disappeared from here. But it has been 5 years since you and I talked in horizontal form. And this is trippy. Now, before we dive into the glam, let me just say, I was dedicated to have the first video back be filmed in the childhood bedroom, but I don't live in the childhood bedroom anymore, which is probably crazy to you watching. I do live in Arizona now, but I'm back at home for the holidays. Well, what did I forget? My camera. See, YouTube's still new, so the first video is on the phone. Let's hope Steve Jobs and his technology really pulls through. You see, I was like, oh, I got everything prepared. You forgot the device, you need babe. Number 2, we're just gonna dive right into the tea because we have to do a full face, okay? I'm gonna put all the products that I'm using in the description because YouTube has that. I miss being able to leave a long detailed caption, so I'll put all the products that I use, again, in the description. But where do we begin? Oh, this is not even the right product. Maybe we should begin with the right thing, Alexis. That would be great. I've been scratching at crumbs of this primer, which I got a new one for Christmas, but like, babe. I don't even think there's anything in here. The last time I posted on YouTube was 5 years ago. It was January of 2020. I was a sophomore in college and COVID did not happen yet. Little old me had no idea that the pandemic was gonna happen, that my life would change in so many different ways. My life quite literally could not be any more different than what it was when I was on YouTube. So if you haven't been like following me on other platforms, you're gonna be real confused. That's what this video is before we start moving forward. Like, I gotta catch you up before we continue together, you know what I mean? So I guess we just start from there. This is just gonna be like story time. And I do think I need to open the new one of this. This is gonna be an empties video on TikTok. My mom just got me this for Christmas. Bobbi Brown, Pac-Man, vitamin rich face base. She ordered me another one from Nordstrom and then they canceled her order. Or they said it was delivered and never was. So UPS really should enjoy that. That is so satisfying. Wow. But yeah, full-on college student. I lived in an apartment with 4 girls, or me and 3 other girls. And I was trying to do YouTube as much as I could in college. But I'm gonna be honest, I just was enjoying leaving my hometown. Those of you do know, one of the last things I did on social media, or on YouTube, I should say, before I said bye-bye for a little, was do a whole high school, like, expose fucking series. I honestly was treated like garbage. I can still say that and stand by this now. From the faculty and a lot of students and people in my hometown. So when I finally could leave, baby, I said, where the parties at? Where the people at? Like, I was so excited to just like start the hell over. Living like a normal life instead of social media kind of became a priority. I was on an academic scholarship in college. I had to get like a certain GPA. So I was there to grind and have new experiences. So definitely my YouTube stopped being as reoccurrent in college, or as often, I should say. I had to take a step back. Then it came a day that I just never posted again. And I feel like that's where we need to, dive into. That was, again, my sophomore year of college. And I don't know, it just became difficult. Posted that last YouTube video and then COVID happened. And I don't know, like, I probably should have dialed in and got to YouTube. Literally the pandemic, I just started posting on TikTok. Like, that became my main platform. And now, to this day, I've posted every single day on TikTok since February of 2023. I'm gonna be all over the place for this too. I took no notes. I try to do notes. I try to mentally prepare. How do you prepare to summarize like an elevator pitch over 5 years of your life to people that like know you but don't know you, and then I don't know where everybody is? Like, I don't know what you know and what you don't know, so I gotta like give an Alexis elevator pitch starting at square one. When COVID happened, I was in my 2nd semester and I made the decision to quarantine in Arizona. Like a lot of students went back to their hometowns. I said, no, I'm paying this rent, babe. I'm staying at my school. So I stayed there. And honestly, that was really, really good. Like I loved Arizona, and that's why I'm still there now. Some of you may know, but I was in a very long-term relationship. Like I'll straight up say it, 5 years. I'm no longer in that relationship. I was single literally like 99% of 2024, and I've been single ever since. So when you didn't see me, that's what was happening. I was in a full-on relationship that I was showing through, you know, other platforms and stuff. This foundation is like too pale for what I am right now. Jeez, Jesus, take the wheel. That's why I brought this NARS foundation that has a literal drop left. When I was in college, that's some of the last videos I posted. I was an ambassador for Maybelline. I posted my New York Fashion Week video. Maybelline took me to Fashion Week when I was a sophomore in college. That was like one of the craziest experiences ever. And I vlogged that and posted it as a YouTube video. Once I stopped being on YouTube with y'all, I actually was an ambassador for Shein for like three years. I worked with them starting in 2020. So honestly, like when I stopped posting on YouTube, and I did really, really good in that program. There ended up being like 40,000 people in the program. And I was it the top 10? I think it was the top 10. And that paved the ability for me to like do social media full-time post-grad, because it was like an affiliate marketing program. When I was in that ambassador program with Shein, I ended up going to Coachella with them twice. So they flew me out. I think I went on a total of 3 brand trips, 3 or 4. 1 to LA, 2 to Coachella. Yeah, I think it was 3. Then I was invited on my 4th one, but it was my birthday last year, so I didn't go. College was great though. Honestly, I did love college compared to any other school experience. College was great. I get when people are like, oh my God, you look back at your college days. I used to think those people were like kind of boring, like find someone else to be look forward to. No, it's fun. College was so much fun. Would I go back? No. Would I go back for like a day? Yeah. My sister's in college, ironically the same college I went to. I'm in Arizona. I went to the University of Arizona. I have vlogs there, like of my life there. So like whenever I'm missing it a little, I could just go see her, you know? But the last time you saw me, I was living in an apartment, as I said, with 3 other girls. And I ended up living in that apartment my sophomore year of college. And then during COVID and everything, we just re-signed to live there into our junior year because I'm not moving on that shit. It was me and all my friends still, so we re-signed the lease. I started filming TikToks and making content a lot out of that apartment. I did move to a new apartment though. That was a nice ass apartment. It was a 5-bedroom, 5-bathroom duplex. Oh my God. I lived on the top floor in the corner away from everybody. Fantastic. No tea, no shade. It was so nice. So much natural lighting, and that's when Little Miss TikToker became a thing over here. I was TikToking away. My friends were like, let's go to the bar. So I was like, I got like 9 hauls to film. And that's when I knew I really was going to take this shit serious when I graduated, because y'all, I loved it. I went to college for business, but the way that my school was set up at the University of Arizona, every student that like wanted to be in business, you just applied and you were a pre-business major. But then the second semester of your sophomore year of college, you have to like make a resume, make a cover letter. You have to like take a test or something, and then you have to do an interview to get into the major that you want. So I remember the day came around, I did the interview, whatever. This is like backstory. I ended up slaying the interview and I got into the business school. So I ended up graduating college with a bachelor's in business administration. Graduating college with honors, cum laude, bitch. See, I can't not swear. It's like, what? We graduated college in May of 2022. And that's when I thought I was going to get back to YouTube. I was like, girl, if you do not just get back on, like I've always wanted to, but y'all kind of scare me. I think I have like trauma of like being bullied for my YouTube in high school. Like, not even think I know I have trauma from that. Probably should schedule an appointment with a therapist. Tucson, which is where I went to college at. She's great, okay? Tucson's lovely. She's a peach. She's boring. If you don't go to school there, like there's just like literally nothing to do. Also, this nose contour, trust the process. But once those 4 years were up, baby, it was time for me to go. There was nothing left for me there. Like I graduated college. I lived out my lease until like the end of July just because I put off finding another place to move to because, fun fact, I'm the queen of procrastination. And I wrote out that lease literally until my college apartment lease was like, girl, you need to go. Moved up to Scottsdale, July, end of July, like after my birthday. My birthday's July 20th, so after that of 2022, and I've been living there ever since. I graduated college and I'm still in the relationship that I got in when I was a freshman in college. Like it is many years at this point. I did some cool things. Like right when I moved up there, I worked with the Arizona Diamondbacks, which was so cool. Like I helped them promote like a yoga event And then they did U of A night, and I'm a U of A alum, so I helped them promote that. That was really, really cool. Did some more like influencery things in the city. But I feel like that's like a past life compared to where I'm at now. But there's one thing before we skip over my old life. I was on billboards all over the country. Not to like, I feel like we need to emphasize on that. I've been working with Batist for now will be 3 years. I have like a long-term partnership I do with them on like Instagram and on TikTok. They put me on over 300 billboards all over the country. I was in a bunch in LA, all over the state of California. I was at a lot in Atlanta, some downtown Chicago, and the ones that pulled the most in my heartstrings, New York City. I can't freaking fathom. They reached out to me. I feel like I can say this. Batiste reached out to me. I've been working with them like at this point, it was like 2 years, or maybe that was a year. I don't know, but I've been working with them for a long time at this point. And they're like, hey, we have another extra thing for you besides like the stuff you're contracted for already for your long-term deal. Would you be interested? It's going to be like a digital ad. And I'm like, or a digital billboard is what they called it. And I was like, I don't know what that is, but I'm down. I saw billboard, I saw digital, I saw Batiste. I said, yeah, I love a full schedule. Let me know what you need. I filmed this video, right? I filmed this video. They tell me to make it like really short, like under 15 seconds and no talking. So I filmed this video and this is what I mean. There's gonna be so many like little story time. Turn it in. Then they tell me, oh yeah, so just so you know, this is gonna be, like they said it's gonna be a digital billboard, but like I still don't know the mass. I don't know the magnitude. And they were like, yeah, so this can be in 300 billboards all over the country, a bunch in blah, blah, blah cities. They send me a list of all of these billboards. And I nearly had a heart attack when there's multiple that are like New York, like in New York City. And I start looking up, I think they were coordinates. Like I didn't even get addresses. I was getting literally like coordinates. Like I was on a freaking treasure hunt. And I started looking at these and I'm like, holy shit, like some of them are literally gonna be like in Times Square. Like I'm like, there's no way I'm gonna be in Times Square. Like that video that I put together in my room in Arizona, I'm gonna be on Times Square, seen by like tens of thousands of people. However many people walk by during New Year's Eve. So honestly, even more than that, because my ad was there during New Year's. That's a pinch me. I go to New York City with my mom and my sister on Christmas Day of 2023. We fly there Christmas Day at night and we go to like the Rockefeller tree that night. And the next day we're like, okay, we're gonna go see my billboards. And I think we have like 4 addresses that are kind of close to where our hotel is. So we're like, we're gonna go try to find these because we don't know. And it's a digital one. So it's not just like a picture of me like stuck up there. I'm moving. I get dialed up. I'm so anxious. I actually filmed a YouTube video to post for this and then it never saw the light of day because I don't know what the heck is wrong with me. I've been wanting to come back to YouTube for so long and that's why I'm like, couldn't even plan this video. I was like, let me just like word vomit. Like this is gonna end up how it's gonna end up. I have so much I need to say. Like I wish I could just FaceTime every single one of you and be like, this is where we've been, babe. We get ready. Me and my mom and sister, and we venture out and we put the address of like one of these other billboards into our maps and we start walking there to that one. And I think we had like 3 or 4 more minutes or maybe blocks. Like we had a decent amount of time to go until we were there, but we were stuck at a red light and we're stuck at a red light. And it was one of those, not a New York red light where you can like avoid the no walk sign. We had to stop. It was a busy road. We're stuck on this corner and we're right by Times Square. Like Times Square is here, but we're a couple blocks, like, I don't know my directions, babe, but like you'd have to walk up to get to Times Square. We're like back, but you could see Times Square. My sister goes, Lex, that's you. Remind you, we weren't looking for that one. We were going straight. So like she's looking right, pointing into Times Square, like by Toys R Us, like where Toys R Us used to be, but like the big red stairs, like she's pointing in that area. I'm like, what? I look up and I somehow was like vlogging. So like I literally clicked record and I'm like about to say something and she's like, Lex, that's you. I got this all on video. Maybe I can put it in here. Where? That's me. That's me. That's me on the billboard. That's me right there. Oh my God, that's fucking me. That's 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 me. Oh my God, that's gonna be me. Oh my God, that's gonna be me. Oh my God. Guys, I'm on that billboard. Oh my God. There's me. I see the corner of my red sweater on a Jumbotron. Like a Jumbotron at a sports game looks like a grain of rice compared to what the frick my billboard was. The biggest one in Times Square. I start hauling it. I start hauling ass through Times Square. I'm like, there is no shot in hell. Like I am seeing little old me, the one that was bullied for social media, me on that billboard. All the work, all the shit, all the mean comments, all the pictures taken without my consent of me in my high school hallways. That was for her. I sat there in disbelief. I didn't even know how to process it. I think we literally hung out on the corner of like that billboard for like 4 hours. So when I started taking the pictures of me in front of this billboard, there was like 2 guys right behind me. They were probably like, I don't know, a little bit older gentlemen. Like they gave like father vibes. And they made the experience like honestly even more crazy because they were like, oh my God, that's you. And then they started like asking for pictures with me in front of my billboard. It was just... that was my highlight of 2023. 2023 was actually a great year. I know I said I like forget about it, but I really just dialed in and worked. I posted on TikTok every single day. I would like film makeup reviews for like 8 hours. Like I'm not joking. I would sit clocked in and I still do that. But 2023 was a new level. So now let's catch up to the breakup. So yeah, it wasn't fun. I feel like as a girl, you kind of like know that shit's gonna happen before. It took me a couple months to bounce back. I like spent a lot of time with friends. If you follow me on other social medias, I was on the town. I still am on the town, but like I was on the town. They might as well put me on the payroll. I was clocked in and I had a grand old time. I feel like I didn't really do like the crazy turn 21 going out. So I did that at 23. So much fun. Me and all my girls. I feel like I just learned a lot of girlhood. But then 2024 highlights. Where do we begin? 2024 was a great but confusing year. I took my first ever solo trip. I traveled a lot, as I said, on brand trips and stuff. But you were with, like, it's solo because you're traveling alone technically, but you're not. Like, I'm with, like, 10 other girls. I'm out of my own room, but, like, I'm scheduled with activities with them all day. For June, actually, for the first time, I was invited by Batist to the Love Island Season 6 kickoff event, or Love Island USA, I should say. That was, like, such a fun event. So I flew out there in June. I was there for, like, a week by myself, and I started just, like, exploring and literally fell in love with the city in a way that I didn't know I could. I've loved LA since I begged to go for the first time in 4th grade, and I knew I wanted to end up there one day, which hopefully that'll be in my future. That was so much fun, and then I loved it so much that I ended up going back in October because Batiste invited me to another event, which is why we love Batiste in this house. So I got to do 2 solo trips, which is something I never thought I would do. That's on my 2025 like goals. I want to do, you know, more solo trips and stuff. Over the last like 2 years too, I've done a lot with Dollar Tree, which is ironic because like one of my beginning YouTube videos, which I think was taken down because copyright or something. It's not on my channel anymore. But was me trying Dollar Tree makeup. I literally started my makeup obsession with Dollar Tree. So I've been doing a lot of stuff with Dollar Tree and Dollar Tree brands. I actually believe I was Dollar Tree's first paid campaign ever. Definitely that stuff I want to show here on my YouTube. I guess that's maybe what we'll talk about for a little bit now, where I want to go with this. Let's be honest, the TikTok whole ban thing got me kind of flustered. And I was like, well, that's what's gonna push a girl. I've been saying I'm gonna start YouTube again for 2-3 years now. Well, this is one way to fucking do it, all right? I want from this to be you and me get to hang out. That's what I mean. This is just like a FaceTime. And if you like this type of videos, oh my God, I have like, we could talk about topics. We could talk about life. I could give advice. I just literally want YouTube to be a way that you can just know me on a more personal level. TikTok can kind of give like QVC vibes, not to disrespect myself, but because I'm reviewing products. So it's like, is this good? Is this not? Buy this. I'm not just a saleswoman. So I also want like my YouTube to be my life. I don't know. What am I doing? My vlogs, travel with me. Like my second video, which I guess if you've made it this far, you should know, I vlogged my whole LA trip. Like that second solo trip, I ended up vlogging for YouTube and I didn't get as much YouTube footage as I wanted. I went and individually cropped every vertical video so that I could be horizontal for you. Do you know how long that took me? That's love. I put love, time, and effort into that. 3, 4, 5 days just to crop all these videos. So I want it to be more like that, like, or eat with me or stuff like that. Like, I just want you to see me on like a longer form level because on TikTok, we can only talk for like 10 minutes at a time. And trust me, I'll be using the 10 minutes. I could make an hour and 52-minute video. Like, I like to yap with the people that I feel comfortable yapping with. Then also for YouTube, I want it to be what I would do on TikTok in 10 videos in 1. I just want it to be longer. I don't want everything to be like, here's this foundation. Here's the foundation. Here's this. I have to do jump cuts like I'm freaking a jumping bean over on TikTok to make all my thoughts like count and fit it all in. We can ramble here and it feels free. Maybe like a week in my life, a vlog, maybe like podcast style stuff. I'm excited for YouTube and I feel like in the last few years when I said I wanted to do it, I was excited but scared. I don't give 2 dams now. That's why I started it barefaced. I don't even know if I touched over that. Like I'm all over the place because I forgot how to record this without like a million jump cuts and you just have to like keep speaking. I was so freaking insecure to go on any social media without a full beat. I couldn't even go to high school without like next level glam at the point that you'd think I was like, is she going to the Met Gala or is she going to math class? So I said, let's just like drop that right here. If you don't like what I look like with or without makeup, I don't care. So yeah, we're just gonna like come together because I'm not glammed up every day. So I want to like show you my life, but I don't feel like I need to like show you a fake version of my life. Does that make any sense? I don't know. When we get back to Arizona too, maybe I give you like a beauty room tour. I've been asked that for like literally 2 years since I moved into my apartment. I'm open to any and all feedback. That's one thing about me. Let me know what you like. Let me know what you don't like. If you don't like the lighting of this video, if you want me to keep filming on the phone and not the camera, just give me the tea. Make that comment section full. Talk to yourselves. Become friends. Like, oh my God, that's all I want. Just like, this is where the girls need to gather. The girls, gays, and days. Again, when I say the girls, everybody's included. My following is just like 99% women. Like, I'm not joking. It's no men, and the men that are on there, they're the girls, gays, and days. That's what I mean. Straight men is not my demographic, and I say thank you for that every day. But since we rambled and I elevator pitched my life for what I see on my camera is 37 minutes, let me now pull up. I did get some like kind of Q&A type questions. You have to make sure you're in the besties group on IG. If you don't know what that is, well, first of all, you should be following me on IG, Instagram. I'm used to having a filter on TikTok. If you say another social media app, your video is getting flagged. Like if I were to post a TikTok saying, go follow me on Instagram, they're like, algorithm said no. So yeah, no, I had to say IG, Insta, I have to spell things wrong. If you're following me on Instagram, which is It's Alexis Simone, my TikTok is It's Alexis Simone, like it's is in the username. I'm not saying it's Alexis Simone, it's Alexis Simone. I hope you fucking get it. It's all in the description. But there's a thing that you could be in like a broadcast channel, and basically it's like just a big group chat. You used to not be able to respond to each other. Like if Becky responded back to me, Amanda couldn't answer Becky. Now you can all answer each other, which I think is really cool. But I sent in there like a month ago, if I hypothetically were to come back on YouTube and do a Q&A, what do you want to hear? And I got some questions. So let me pull that up on my laptop because I'm filming on my phone, and we'll pick up there. If my editing skills are still there, I'll put the questions on the screen. First one we got though. What is your favorite Dollar Tree products that you use on the daily? Now guys, I have claimed the fame of Dollar Tree Girly over on TikTok, and I've tried a lot of stuff. I do have a Dollar Tree product I use every single day. Here's the first part of it. These, every single day. I just posted maybe like a month ago a brow tutorial on TikTok. The LA Colors brow products that are new at Dollar Tree, I think they came out like within like 3 or 4 months. Crack. This is next level good. So I start with their angled brow brush. You have to buy this separately, which don't love, but is $1.25, whatever. You can use any of yours. I just love the size of this. I start with her and I dip her into this LA Colors brow powder. This baby right there, you can't even tell, but like I use that shade over there every single day. And then I go in with the LA Colors Skinny Brow Pencil. This is literally like Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is like any high-end pencil. And add strokes to the hair. Somebody said, what is a previous job you had before being an influencer? Now this is something that's even crazy for me to say, to admit. I have literally never worked a regular job in my life. Like, is that embarrassing to admit? Is that like a shame to admit? Is that something that can like clock me? Like, I don't know. I got my first ever paycheck from social media. I probably got money on like YouNow, which was a live streaming thing that really started all for me. But my first YouTube check, I was 15. Like I was a sophomore in high school, and I've just done social media ever since. It does sometimes scare me because it's like, if social media doesn't last forever, this is what I have to show. But I did go to college and I do have a degree that, God forbid, if this doesn't last forever, I do have a plan. I just keep that to myself because maybe that plan will work one day. Somebody said, if we're asking for tea, have you thought about dating yet? And have you? Since my long-term relationship breakup, I do have some coffee. I have worked with Scooter's Coffee. That's one of the recent brands I've worked with. I've done 2 things with them. Sip my tea. No. I'm not another boyfriend. I am just very much on my lonesome, and that's okay. I was in very long-term relationships. I feel like I've been booed up since I've came out of this fucking womb. I had my first ever boyfriend. I've only dated 3 people. None of them are short. My first ever boyfriend, I was 14. Hello, if you see this. But I dated him for 6 months. I was 14. Then the second guy I dated for like 2.5 years in high school. Then I dated for somebody for 5 years. So from 14 till I became single at 23. So 8 out of those 10. When I went through my breakup, I was like, I need to never have a boyfriend until I'm 25 years old. Like I was like, I've said this over and over again, and I feel like that's just what's happening to me because that's indeed the cards that are being shown. So no, not dating anybody. Not opposed to like dating someone in the future. I want to get married. I want to have a family. I want to like do that, but I'm not in a fucking rush. Oh, this is a good one. Which influencer influences you? And who is your favorite makeup artist or influencer? Okay. kind of tea. I posted it, or I filmed a video of this, and it's in my TikTok drafts, and I've just never posted it. And then I think I deleted it because I don't know. I feel like everybody would assume like the content that I see on my For You page or like that I watch on YouTube is like adjacent to mine or similar. No, I don't watch anybody unless they're my mutual that does Dollar Tree reviews. I barely watch anybody that does makeup reviews. I don't watch anybody that goes shopping. Like another main thing on my TikTok is I'll go shopping and you just come with me. We go hunt for Hello Kitty. That's one thing I fucking love, Hello Kitty. If we were at my place in Arizona, you'd see Hello Kitty everywhere. Like, so the shit that I watch is so unrelated to the content I make. It's kind of weird. I watch so many people, but I've been watching them for years, like when I downloaded the app. Honestly, the people you watch, I probably watch. Is that weird? We all kind of have parasocial relationships with one another. And that's why it's so weird when I meet other people that do TikTok that know me. They're like, girl, I've seen your Dollar Tree stuff. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? She is so mind-blowing. How did you end up in Arizona when your family's in Chicago? College. But it's kind of deeper than that. I always wanted to go to California. My dream was to go to UCLA. UCLA's dream is not to have me. I didn't even apply to UCLA, which is maybe a regret of mine, but you know, everything happens for a reason. Because it's like $75,000 a year and like what? But I've always wanted to go to California. So when California was just like, yeah, I don't know if I can do that for college. What's the next best thing? AZ, baby. So I started looking up Arizona colleges and I was torn, which is embarrassing to admit, between U of A and ASU. I know, scary. As a U of A girly now. Oh, I need to do eyeliner. I booked a flight to Arizona with my mom and sister. We were gonna tour U of A and ASU on the same day. We toured Tucson and toured U of A, which ended up being the college that I went to. When I tell you I stepped foot onto that campus and there's like one main walk into our school. It's like Old Main. It's like basically like the middle of campus. I walked on that road. I had a body experience, out of body, bitch, full body chills. I said, I'm going to college here. I felt it in my bones. I said, this is where I'm going to be. This is where I'm meant to be. This is what's meant for Alexis. Then we still did tour ASU. So I drove up to Phoenix. We had literally 2 hours to get to Phoenix for my appointment or like my tour. And it's like an hour 40 drive. So we were gunning it, okay? I felt nothing. I toured that campus and said, this shit lame. I don't want to go here. And my mom's in the security industry for work, and they were saying how all the dorms are wide open. You could just walk in, and I think she lost a life right there. So that wasn't gonna happen. And I ended up committing to U of A. I think literally the next day. I was ready. I was ready, and I went to U of A, and I loved college. Like there were some moments I didn't love college. What did you study when you were in college? I kind of touched on that. Did I do brow gel? No, I didn't. Business administration. I made business girly, and I loved it. I always knew I wanted to do business. What's your favorite all-time brand from Dollar Tree? LA Colors. A little bit biased though, because they're a bestie of mine. I went on that big trip to LA in October. I went to their headquarters. Honey, they treated me like I was a celebrity in that establishment. I said, there's no way. I mean, my name was on posters. You gotta check my Instagram. I post pictures and TikTok. Duh. LA Colors. I hope they see this. I love you so much. They've also literally sent me like a custom made jewelry box that said Queen A on it, like LA Colors. Somebody asked what motivated me to start social media. Fun fact, I was bullied horribly, as I said, for doing social media. But before that, I was bullied so bad at school. I think my bullying started in like 4th, 5th grade. Like, I don't know what it was, but people were pissed. The people, they always had something to say about me. And I would come home from school feeling so freaking overwhelmed and stressed out, having anxiety, not even knowing what it was. And after, I would sit in this freaking room, in this freaking bed with my iPad, and I would binge watch YouTube for hours. Like, I subscribed to people, and I would go through and watch every single new video. And I remember if it was a day that like everyone I post to dropped, I was like, oh, this is bliss. I had so much to watch. And I said, you know what? When I got to an age that I knew what was going on, or what if I could be that safe place for someone else? And that's literally why I started social media. It was never for money. Back when I started social media, people weren't getting PR. It wasn't for the free stuff. I literally was like, oh my God, there's people that like want to talk. There's people that like what I have to say, and like, I don't know, they like want to hang out with me on live stream and stuff. And that's why I started, literally just to be there for other people. I want to post like long form videos. So like while you're doing your makeup, I can do my makeup and we can do our makeup together. Like we're hanging out in person for real. That's the goal. Let's do one more question or I'm gonna be here for literally 3 hours. It says, if you could go back and talk to your younger self, what would you tell her? And girl, I think this is a great one to leave off on. One thing I love is I have people of all ages following me. So whether you're younger than me, whether you're my age, whether you could be my mother, my grandmother, we got everybody in here. But if you're younger than me, and if I could just talk to my younger self in general, I think I would tell her like, everything does happen for a reason. I know that's so corny, but I'm just a firm freaking believer in that. Even in times when I was like confused while I was being bullied on social media or why a relationship didn't work out, whether it was a friendship or romantic. But that's the beauty of it. You do not need to have life figured out. And another thing, you're never too late and nothing's ever the right moment. I feel like I'm always like, when the timing is right, girl, how are you gonna know when the timing is right if you don't just freaking do it? Do anything you want to do. Are you 50 years old and you want to start a makeup blog? Do it. Who said you can't? There's probably so many other people that age that want beauty tips because they don't know where to start. Or are you a high schooler that wants to give tips on like how to do your makeup fast before school? Talk about it. Do whatever you want to do. Don't let anything limit you and what you can do. And I think the most important thing, stop caring about what others think and focus more about yourself. I saw a quote like a couple years ago that was like, no matter what you're going through in life, like the good, the bad, the ugly, all those people that you're worried about, are they there for you or not? This. You want to know who is you. So treat yourself better. Be kinder to yourself. Treat yourself in a way that you treat somebody that you love and care about. Would you cook for them? Cook for yourself. Would you tell them nice things and words of affirmation? Do it for you. Start loving yourself, and I promise, just like things are gonna make more sense. And it's not easy. It could be something so simple as like before you go to bed every day, you're gonna say 3 things that you love about you. 3 things that made today good. And just rewire your brain. I don't know, younger me, stop stressing. Because even me, a 24 girl, I'm still anxious. And things are just gonna pan out how they're meant to. The beat's done. I can't believe it. Is this the end of my first video back? It has been too long, and I'm gonna do whatever it takes to never have this happen again. 5 years? Girl, I could have croaked. Like 5 years, that's unacceptable, okay? Please let me know in the comments, what do you want to see from my YouTube? Do you want certain tutorials? Do you want just longer shop with me's? Do you want chit chats like this? I'm open for all types of feedback because I'm starting from square one. I mean, I changed this profile pic and header for the first time in like 10 years. I was like, wait, what? If you don't have me on other socials, girl, what are you doing? I'm on TikTok, I'm on Snapchat, I'm on Instagram, I'm on everything. I'm gonna have all the stuff that you can find me at in the description. Thank you so much for, if you're watching this, sticking by me through all these years, or if you're somebody that saw me on my other platforms recently, thanks for joining the fam. I've been on social media for a long time, and every single year, it just gets more and more rewarding. And I don't know, starting YouTube again feels like I'm just going back to the roots. It makes sense, and I feel so good about this. It's so weird to say this, but make sure you like this video and subscribe. What? I think you could turn on post notifications on here, so make sure you do. I plan to have the second video up next week. We're gonna try to do once a week until I just get like acclimated and used to this. I'm so anxious and excited to get this up, to edit this, and just, I don't know, to finally start or re-enter this journey with you. Bestie, I love you so much. Thank you for hanging out with me, and I guess this is a welcome to my YouTube. I will see you in a new video next week. Love ya.